Hello. Welcome to another week of Saturday Morning Stories. My name is Ian. Thanks for coming. Hi. I picked out a couple of stories today. The first one is about a game that I bet you're familiar with, but you've probably never seen it quite like this. And it also is about how you can never quite tell what someone's going to be good at, and they just may surprise you. It's called Have You Seen Elephant? By David Barrow. Have you seen Elephant? By David Barrow. How would you like to play hide and seek? Said the elephant. Okay, you hide, said the boy. What do you think about that? I must warn you, though, I'm very good. I'll try my best, says the boy. So when you play hide and seek, how do you start? You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also do some tricks to make sure that you're counting and you're not cheating. You could say 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, or 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000. And then usually when you're playing hide and seek, you say 10, coming, ready or not. And that is when you start to look for the person who is hiding. But not in the dark room. Where could he be? Uh-oh. What do you think? Is Elephant very good at hiding? On to the bedroom. Not under here. You can maybe try to get some help. Dad, have you seen Elephant? What elephant? Says the dad, watching TV. There's no elephant around here, I guess. Dog maybe has an idea, though. Not in here either. Maybe I'll try outside. Outside, looking in the plant. I can't find elephant. Never mind, dear. Looking out in the trees. Nowhere to be found. Finally, after looking everywhere, I give up. But Elephant's trunk wraps around and tickles the boy's neck. There you are. These pages are very hard to turn. So after the game, the turtle must have heard all the commotion because they come over and say, "Hey, what are you playing? Hide and seek." "Would you like to play tag?" says the turtle. "Okay," says the boy. "However, I must warn you though," says the turtle. "I'm very good." And what do you think? A little lightning bolt to show that the turtle is very fast, unlike you might expect a turtle to be. Turtle with lots of sweat bands. The end. With a nice drawing of them playing their tag game after that. So that's awfully silly. Now, you might like to play games like that. The second book that I picked out is another kind of activity. It's not quite a game, but I think it's really important to balance how we spend our time between doing fun games like that and also taking time to relax and be present in a really specific kind of way. This book is a little mouse adventure, and it's called Mindfulness at the Park. Has anyone ever heard of mindfulness before? This is a really great introduction to the topic if you haven't. Mindfulness at the Park. And we have a couple characters here. We have Little Mouse, and we'll meet the other characters. Mindfulness at the Park is written by Teresa Anne Power and illustrated by Emma Allen. What are they doing in that picture? I think that they are practicing mindfulness with a specific yoga pose. Little Mouse loves playing games with his best friend, Mr. Opus. They play near the cozy burrow where Little Mouse's family lives under an old oak tree. In the afternoons, Little Mouse visits Mr. Opus at his house, where Tammy McDoodle and her parents live. So we start by seeing Little Mouse's house, and then this is Tammy McDoodle's house. Look, they're pretty similar. They have living rooms, and the family is all spending time together. So Little Mouse goes with Mr. Opus the cat. Tammy and her mom enjoy doing yoga together. Little Mouse and Mr. Opus like to follow along as best they can. The flamingo pose is Little Mouse's favorite. It reminds him of his friend Rosita from the zoo. So that's from a different Little Mouse book, I guess. When Little Mouse stretches like a flamingo, he feels calm. So there is Little Mouse doing the same pose that Tammy and her mom are doing. You can try it if you want. One day, Tammy's mom tells her about something called mindfulness. When you are quiet and pay attention to your breath, says Tammy's mom, you can stay calm and focused, no matter what is going on around you. That is called mindfulness. And Little Mouse and Mr. Opus are practicing too. They're thinking, rest, calm. Tammy and her mom are saying, mindful, focused. One Saturday, Tammy's mom and dad plan a trip to a nearby park. Tammy is so excited that she rushes through breakfast so they can leave right away. Try to focus on your breath to stay calm, Mr. Opus says to Little Mouse. I'm too excited to be calm, says Little Mouse. You ever feel that way? You're just so excited, but maybe it's for the best to just try and stay calm so you don't get too carried away. At the park, Little Mouse enjoys the gentle wind and sweet smell of grass. Mr. Opus strolls slowly along the path. Tammy skips as she breathes in the fresh air. Looks like a lovely day at the park. Think of yourself as a mighty and solid tree, says Tammy's mom as she and Tammy hold the tree pose. Breathe deeply in and out of your nose. You want to give it a try? Sometimes we have too many thoughts in our heads, says Tammy's mom. Focusing on our breath helps to calm those thoughts and enjoy the world around us. Sometimes we all just need to slow down and take some deep breaths. Here's another way to calm your mind, says Tammy's mom. Take a deep breath through your nose, count to 5, then breathe out slowly. You want to try it together? Tammy slowly counts her breaths while breathing in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that fast, though. She feels a sense of calm come over her. I think I feel what she is talking about. Do you feel calm? Breathing quietly reminds Mr. Opus of child's pose. Little Mouse feels like he's floating on a cloud. Little Mouse still has his eyes closed as the McDoodle family and Mr. Opus get up and continue their walk in the park. So, Little Mouse is all alone. Little Mouse opens his eyes in surprise when he hears a dog barking. He gets scared when he doesn't see the McDoodle family or Mr. Opus. As the dog comes closer, Little Mouse is afraid. His mind races and he does not know what to do. Look at that big dog. I'm not feeling so calm anymore. Then, Little Mouse remembers the words of Tammy's mom and Mr. Opus. Breathe deeply, Little Mouse says to himself. Stay calm. He breathes in and out as he counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When the dog comes closer to Little Mouse, it stops barking and slowly breathes in and out. Do you know about mindful breathing too? Asks Little Mouse. Of course, says the dog. I was scared because I lost my owner. I was barking because I was afraid. While watching you reminded me to stay quiet and calm. I'm sorry that you are lost. I'm Little Mouse. Hello, says the dog. I'm Sparky. Mr. Opus returns to find Little Mouse. This is Sparky, says Little Mouse. Very nice to meet you, says Mr. Opus and Sparky to each other. Say, Mr. Opus and Sparky to each other, they are such nice animals, don't you think? They're all so polite to each other. Maybe it has something to do with being so calm and relaxed. Little Mouse and Mr. Opus catch up with Tammy and her parents. As they prepare to go home, Little Mouse sees Sparky running towards a relieved-looking man. Goodbye, Sparky, says Little Mouse, waving to the dog. I'm so glad you found your owner. Back home, Tammy tries to quiet her mind when she feels overly excited or anxious. Breathing deeply makes her feel calmer around her family and friends. So you can be mindful at the park and mindful at home. Back in his burrow, Little Mouse shares with his family what he has learned. So they're all practicing mindfulness, thinking tranquil, happy, quiet, calm, serene. That night, just before he goes to bed, Little Mouse practices quieting his mind before peacefully drifting off to sleep. He can't wait to have more adventures. Thinking peace. So, you can practice mindfulness at home or at the park or anytime. And this is really important. I know I need reminding of this sometimes. So I'm curious to hear what you think and if you are able to do that to stay calm. So good luck wherever you go today, if it's a Saturday at the park or any other time that you're watching this. Thanks for coming.